Hi, Dr. Ron Capps the Nicheprof. Earlier today I recorded a video and showed how you could use Cinchcast to put an audio embed on your site. And I'd gotten a note back from a couple of people saying that they would like to see maybe a little bit more detail on exactly how to go through the whole process from start to finish. And so I thought I would do this quick video to share with you, and I'll post it up on the tutorial site as well as a couple of other places, so you'll be able to refer back to it. As you can see, I'm already logged into my CinchFM account, signed in here. I'm set up to where I could record now by clicking that button, or I can go down here and record. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to record a promo for something I've been considering putting out involving Empire Avenue, and a brief little product dealing with Empire Avenue. So I'm going to go ahead and I want to create a new album here. And to do that, I could add it to social media tips or something else, but I'm going to create a new album. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call that album Empire Avenue Tips. Now, I already have, I believe, a Cinchcast for Empire Avenue, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to do this one here. You click that button right there to save it. And now you'll see coming on down below, as it creates the new album will be created and will be put down below as an optional album to go with the interview answers for Semi and the social media tips and tools. Okay, there it is right there. We're going to go ahead and close this window here, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to want to add it to that new album we just created. So we mark it there, and we're going to go in and I'm going to just talk for a moment here, recording a Cinchcast. It won't be a long one, and then I'll show you how to take that Cinchcast and move it over and embed it onto a blog. So let's go ahead and set up to record. And we want to start recording. Hi gang, Dr. Ron Capps the Nicheprof. I've been on Empire Avenue now since early January, and I found Empire Avenue to be a great area to go in and to connect with people, to form relationships with them. But more importantly, an unexpected byproduct was I found Empire Avenue has disciplined me to make sure that I'm posting material across my platform, so I've got a broader and more equal reach and able to put information out to share with more people in different places that maybe I allowed to lag behind before. Too frequently people will get caught up in only doing Twitter or only doing Facebook, and they fail to realize then a relationship that goes on in the social media world, and how different people, just like different learners, like to respond to you in different areas. Some people prefer video, some will prefer audio, some like to read it, and some like to see a combination of all of the above. So what we're doing right now is I'm recording a brief Cinchcast as part of a video showing people how to take a Cinchcast, how to record it, and then how to embed that Cinchcast over into a blog. So the Cinchcast I'm recording right now you'll be able to find after the fact on EmpireAvenueTips.info. That's EmpireAvenueTips.info. And that's a site where I share tips, touts, and tutorials related to Empire Avenue. And that's also where you're going to be able to find a product here in the very near future talking about the way that I go about approaching Empire Avenue, the processes and strategies I use on Empire Avenue that are all those of my own. I don't use automated tools. I don't have an army of bloggers. It's just little old solopreneur me that is conducting my Empire Avenue Tips blog as well as the Empire Avenue account. And you'll be able to go in at any time and Let's see how I'm doing. You're welcome to invest in me there. You're welcome to follow me there. You're welcome to enroll in the free community I have there at Empire Avenue Tips, Touts, and Tutorials on Empire Avenue. You're also welcome to subscribe to the RSS feed for EmpireAvenueTips.info. I put a lot of free tips, info, and videos out there. And from the feedback I get, a lot of people have found it's helped them turn their time on the Avenue into something more enjoyable, more profitable, and led them to have greater relationships with one another, both on and off the Avenue. But enough of the self-promo and enough of the hype. Let's go ahead and see how this gets done now. That should be enough for the recording. To stop the recording, I merely click there, and the recording is stopped. I want to save the recording, so I click there. And right now I'm going to go in. I see the audio was added successfully. What do I want to do? I want to post a little thing right here saying this is a detail process for the creation of a Cinchcast through embedding on a blog. And we want to go back. We want to pick up over here where we've got a problem with the keyboard, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to submit that. Okay, processed. We're all been saved. Now I want to go on down, and we see right here that you have a link that you can use for a permalink. You can also put it on out to Facebook or Twitter. Right now it is still processing. That's why we see the pending. On one down below that I just did earlier that prompted the question, I'll go there while you take a look at that. You can see that people can come on here and they can play it directly, or they can download it. You can download it by clicking on the download link once it's processed. You can get the permalink that you can link to and put in your blog, and eventually you'll also be able to get an embed code that you'll see popping up right there. And here you see what album it appears in. What I'm going to do temporarily, since it is still processing, is I'm going to pause this and I'll be right back. Okay gang, we've finished processing, and we're going to come over here and we're going to pick up the embed code. But before I do that, I want to show you one other spot here on the page that you should be familiar with. If you use an iPhone or an Android, you can download a Cinchcast app right here. Or if you have a phone and you want to call in from a landline or even a cell phone without an app, go ahead and enter your phone number in there so they'll recognize who is calling in. You'll click on that link to go ahead and put that information in, and then dial that number right there, 1-646-200-0000, and you can record your Cinchcast from a phone. Okay, now let's go back and pick up that embed code that we were waiting for. And click that and do a Control-C to copy it. Now we're going to go over to a blog, the dashboard for Empire Avenue Tips, Touts, and Tutorials. And I have a particular plugin here I'll show you that if you're not using it, I really encourage you to get it. It is free. It is HTML JavaScript Adder. HTML JavaScript Adder. It allows you to run JavaScripts, HTML, shortcodes, and so forth in a sidebar. And we're going to see how that works by going up here to Appearance, clicking on Widgets, Widgets, and let's go take a look to see what column I want to put it in. Okay, That's what we have up there right now. Well, let's drop it over here into this column right here. So I want to go to sidebar 2, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it into the block with Empire Avenue right there. And it opens up here. I've got an Empire Avenue chart there. Let's go on down and let's type in the center. Make sure you put it within the brackets. And I'm going to do Control V to paste in the embed code. And now we got to remember to close off the brackets. You always do that with your little backslash at the end on your end entry. And let's go up, and we want to have a little space in there. So let's put a paragraph marker in there. Let's save it. Let's close this widget back up. Let's go back up to this page right here. And you see it there. And now let's hit reload or refresh. And we see the Empire Avenue chart. And we now see a new Cinchcast. And people can share it. They can send it to Facebook, Twitter, or they can get the feed for it. And let's check this. Hit play. Okay, and that's how you do it from beginning to end. I've shown you how to go in and create a Cinchcast. I've shown you how you can do it by headset on your computer, how you can do it by calling in from a cell phone or from a landline. I've shown you how to set up an album. I've shown you how to take the embed code and move it on over, and I've showed you how to embed it in a blog into a sidebar. Hope that helps, makes everything a little clearer for you. Now put it to good use. Alright guys, have fun on and off the avenue. Dr. Ron Capps the Nicheprof. Take care now.